Yeah, we know that the Hurricane Melissa is about to hit Jamaica literally within hours. It's absolutely crazy to me how blatantly different it looks here versus there. But the whole reason I stopped here besides that was I wanted to show you guys this truck. I've seen it here a couple days in a row. I just thought it was very interesting. I thought you guys might like to see this. But let's really talk about what's happening with Jamaica right now. I know you guys have seen what's been going on with Hurricane Melissa over near Jamaica. And at first they were talking about how it looked like it could turn into this category 5. And they're like, right now it's just a tropical storm, but of course everything has the potential to kind of escalate. And then they talked about how it went from tropical storm to a category 5 potential like that. Like one of the quickest changes they've ever seen from tropical storm to huge, massive hurricane. And now they are saying how it is going to be probably one of the strongest hurricanes that has ever hit that area ever in the history of hurricanes, which is absolutely crazy. And I saw this that I wanted to share with you guys. This is on hurricane.gov. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, hurricanes.gov, but it says here, let me get back to where it was. This is key messages for Hurricane Melissa, because these are things to keep in mind for people in Jamaica, but it's going to hit not just Jamaica. You have to worry about Cuba and Haiti, and then a couple other places I'm pretty sure are going to get like the remnants of it. But these are important things. Listen, it says Jamaica, do not venture out of your safe shelter. Catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides are likely to develop today through Tuesday. Today is Monday. Destructive winds, especially in the mountains, will begin by this evening, and this came out this morning at around 5 a.m., leading to extensive infrastructural damage, long-lasting power and communication outages in isolated communities. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected along the southern coast through Tuesday. Then you have to worry about Haiti and the Dominican Republic. That's the other one I was thinking of. Catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and landslides are expected across southwestern Haiti and southern portions of the Dominican Republic through midweek. So it's going to go even longer than what Jamaica is going to get, right? In Haiti, extensive infrastructural damage and isolation of communities is likely. Tropical storm conditions are expected late Tuesday and Wednesday. So it will have downgraded from obviously a category 5 by the time it hits those locations. Then they're talking about eastern Cuba. Heavy rainfall with life-threatening and potentially catastrophic flash flooding and landslides is expected beginning today. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging winds are expected late Tuesday and Tuesday night. Preparation should be rushed to completion. Like, this isn't one of those bide your time and hope it changes, wait to the last second to board up stuff. You need to be moving like immediately, right? And then you have to worry about Southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos. So according to this, hurricane conditions, life-threatening storm surge and heavy rainfall are possible on Wednesday for those locations. Residents should follow advice given by local officials and be sure to have preparations complete by Tuesday night. And it's got a couple pictures here, which they're going to look hella blurry and not look very good. But it's showing the rainfall amounts that you have to worry about with Hurricane Melissa in a bunch of places, and then like the trajectory of everything. And the rain amounts are crazy. They're talking about over 30 inches within like hours, like minimal hours in Jamaica, which is not a good thing, right? So then on top of all of that, you have, if I can get this picture to pull up, this is from a meteorologist, Dylan, which I didn't screenshot his last name. And it says, Melissa is bombing out in the Caribbean this morning, or Caribbean, depending on who you are and how you like to phrase things. Hurricane hunters found flight level winds of 180 miles per hour, and the pressure is down to 913 MB. I want to pretend like I know what that means, but I really do not. I just know that they are saying that that is catastrophic, that those numbers together are going to wreak absolute havoc on Jamaica, right? It says Hurricane Melissa is approaching the mathematical limit for how strong a hurricane can get on planet Earth. Right? Okay. If Melissa continues strengthening, it will rival Wilma, Gilbert, Allen, and Milton as one of the strongest storms ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin. Either way, Melissa will be the strongest hurricane by a mile to ever hit Jamaica. Jamaica has had hurricanes before, but they've never experienced anything like what's coming tomorrow, which, I mean, it's right around the corner here for these people. Catastrophic damage is imminent, and they will need all the humanitarian aid possible after Melissa passes. So above the orange, that little white outline, that is Jamaica. And you can already see that it is, I mean, this storm is going to completely cover it. At first, they thought it was going to be Kingston, Jamaica on the far right side, the eastern side, that was going to get the brunt of it. And then it moved a little bit more westerly. And now it's Montego Bay and some other places that are supposed to get the absolute brunt of it, and it's not looking good. There's this lady on Facebook that I saw her video. Let's see if I can get it to pull up here. And she's got a lot of followers on Facebook. She lives in Jamaica itself, and her name, I believe, is Nakia Howard. She put up a video yesterday talking about, you know, it's Sunday and how it's barely any rain. There's really nothing going on outside of her home. There'd been a couple drops of rain earlier, but then they're talking about how she thought she was going to be safe because she's in the Montego area. But then what changed, it went from, you know, Kingston was supposed to get the brunt of it to now she is, and she's hoping that everything will be okay and that there won't be any issues for her. But unfortunately, I feel like there's going to be a lot of problems because it is expected, like I said, to intensify to a category 5. But wait, there's more, because after that, I'm trying to go in the order of which things have happened, so we're on the timeline of correctness here. This one here was uploaded about 2.5 hours ago, and this says category 5, 175 mile per hour, category 5 Hurricane Melissa, Monday 2 p.m. All right, it is currently where I am 3 o'clock on Monday, but it's Central Time, and it says Melissa is now up to 175 miles per hour at the 2 p.m. update, with pressure dropping to 906 MB. Destructive winds, catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding, and numerous landslides are expected on Jamaica and portions of Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and eastern Cuba through Tuesday night, per the National Hurricane Centers, right? And then they've got the video here of what is happening at 175 mile an hour winds and everything else. And I remember the first I heard about this, they were saying how this was going to be, they called it a doomsday event for Jamaica. And it's like, you don't throw out the words or the phrase doomsday event if it's something that could possibly downgrade or change or shift or whatever else. You don't put that level of fear into a country and into its people if it's not something that you really do have to significantly worry about. Now, they said that the NOAA, N-O-A-A, the storm chasers went into the storm, and it was so bad that they left. And what I have seen are so many meteorologists talking about that does not happen. Storm chasers don't generally abandon the storm, but this one is so incredibly bad that even they were like, we're not doing this. And this is a video from one of the crew members. This is the eye of the storm, I guess you could say. It says, from a crew member on yesterday's, I can't read backwards, Teal 74 mission into now category 5 Hurricane Melissa, as clear of an eye as you will see in the Atlantic Basin. So you can see there. And if you've ever seen the movie, oh, what's that movie? Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid. That's Dennis Quaid, right? Not Randy Quaid. Randy. Which one is which? One of them is the Shitter's Fool from National Lampoon, and the other one... Okay, so this is Dennis Quaid in this one. Day After Tomorrow. I absolutely love that movie. I mean, it's terrifying because it's realistic with the way that our weather has been and can be manipulated, or any of these other things. It is a very realistic kind of movie to me. So when I see this, it looks like something right out of that movie, Day After Tomorrow. But wait, there's more. Unfortunately, this is one of those unfortunate things. I saved this. I saw this on Facebook, and it says, evacuate all of Jamaica. And I just want you guys to hear what this has to say. It says, category 5 Hurricane Melissa and disaster are quickly approaching Jamaica. So many of our thoughts and worries are about the amazing people who live there. Some have asked, why not just evacuate the island ahead of the storm? In reality, that's impossible. This isn't Florida or other coastal states where you can simply drive or get bussed away. It's a nation of nearly 3 million people. Many live with very little and do not have the means to evacuate, and there's nowhere close to move people. The two closest islands are Cuba and Haiti, both of which will be devastated by Melissa as well. For scale, because in case anybody wasn't aware, Jamaica might be an island, but it is big. It's about 1/10 the size of Ohio. So it's got some size to it, right? Evacuation is not practical or even possible. Sadly, it is time to hunker down and prepare for the worst storm in modern history for a beautiful country. We can only somehow hope for the best. So this is going to be one of those things where I am fearful that tomorrow and the following days we're going to see a lot of news broadcasts about the enormous loss of life due to this hurricane. Like, we've had bad hurricanes before. Nosy. We've had bad hurricanes before, in the United States and other countries and whatnot, but the level of this one, the category 5-ness of it, and the fact that it's going to encompass roughly 90-something% of this island, and there's nowhere for these people to go, it's going to be really bad. And this is one of those ones where I don't have a silver lining for anybody for this. I don't have anything positive about this. This is just something that I think that if you are somebody who does pray, whatever religion you may be part of, that this may be the time you want to say prayers. If you have the ability, when this is all said and done, to be of help to people in these countries, to donate, to go yourself and try to help rebuild, any of these kind of things, this might be something we need to do. Yes, obviously, there's places within our own country that still need help and stuff like that, but this is one of those moments where the people of this country are not asking for this to happen to them, and it is going to happen no matter what they do to try to stop it, because there is no stopping Mother Nature, unfortunately. I've been watching, like I said, a lot of videos on this, the Weather Channel, news outlets, different meteorologists that have been posting about it, people on TikTok who live in Jamaica who are trying to like get the word out there and showing images of what the boarding up looks like and stuff like that. And it's, I mean, it's not the richest country. Yes, the tourist areas obviously are nicer. You have the resorts and the whatnots, but most of these people are putting cinder blocks on top of metal containers to, you know, try to save their chickens, save their farms, save their gardens, and it's almost a pointless attempt, a futile attempt, and that is heartbreaking, right? So I would just say, like I said, prayers for everybody in Jamaica, for Haiti and Cuba and Dominican Republic and the Bahamas. Like, everybody's going to be hit by this because it is going to be felt very far and wide. So I love y'all immensely. Like I said, pray for them and anybody else you think may need it right now, because there's more than just them that I'm sure could deal with or do with a good prayer or two. So for right now, that's it. I love y'all. Goodbye.